Hey there, YouTube. Welcome back to Atlantic City. A few months back, I did a series that I called The Dusty End of the Shelf, which was a lot of very unusual material and a few really long form pieces that I just was never going to present any other way. So I just did them all together, and I had some leftovers from that little experiment, and I thought we'd have a look at some of them today. Pauline Oliveros, I'm sure, isn't a household name to many people. She was born in 1932, and as a rather young woman, right after the Second World War, in the late 40s, she started her musical career experimentally in what was called experimental music back then. They really didn't have a name for it, and her primary instrument was the accordion. Now, later on, she adapted keyboards into her music as these things like the synthesizer and the Moog were invented. She incorporated them, but she always maintained a touch with the accordion. Very much of what you're going to hear in this piece is accordion. Many single note drones and droning simple chord structures really do imitate the synthesizer. This is an album from 1997 of hers with Randy Rain Rouge. She does a lot of ambient pieces. This is a bit more of the avant-garde. This is a piece of hers entitled Silence Echoes. And to be a woman in what really is kind of the boys' club. This avant-garde and ambient music really is a boys' club. And yet it was pioneered by a woman with an accordion. She may not be a household name. Much like George Russell, who I did a video on before. You know, not that you may not know his name or her name, but you are very familiar with the people that were inspired by her early works. Remember, she was doing this before 1950. I don't know of anybody who was doing this in 1950. You know, so she really was way out in front on this. And hopefully you will posthumously rediscover Pauline Oliveros, a woman who really should be held in very high regard. I'll tell you what I'll do. Down in the comments, I'll leave you with a piece of hers that is more of an ambient type of a piece, and you can kind of compare the two and realize the depth of her work. She really is a huge deal in the world of avant-garde and ambient music. Just for the people she inspired, if nothing else. And again, her primary instrument was the accordion. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we'll look up a little bit more of Pauline's work. And thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will see you all soon back up on the boardwalk.